know you see it, girl. This ain't sitting real good in my soul. Everywhere this little girl goes, she pick up another obstacle. She was my heart. I don't know the tribe or the fall, but by default, she don't think of me. I thought she wasn't in the end. No, she be slanging things like a simian. No, all my life I wanna be an Indian. There she goes, and now she's far away, but I had to know. Listen, I know you see, girl, this ain't simple. Please like my soul. Everywhere this little girl goes, she pick up another obstacle. She was my heart. I don't know the tribe or the fall, but by default, she don't think of me. I thought she wasn't in the end. No, she be slanging things like a simian. No, all my life I wanna be an Indian. There she goes, and now she's far away, but I had to know. Listen, I know you see, girl, this ain't simple. Please like my soul. Everywhere this little girl goes, she pick up another obstacle.
It's the next day. I'm on my lunch break and y'all seen me make this chicken. What is it? It's like a let me see. I made kind of like this Indian dish. It's like a tikka masala curry sauce on top of this chicken. And it actually turned out pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it is it's like a tomato base, and I really don't like tomato based stuff. I like tomatoes, but I don't really like tomato based stuff. But it's not bad though. It's not bad, and it's different. The one thing about like eating healthier is, why can't I get the other? You definitely cook more, and I feel like I've just been exploring and trying different things, especially because I am trying to eat the whole Mediterranean diet and all of that. So this was actually good. I just did some veggies, as y'all saw, some chicken, and then I like marinated it in that sauce. So yeah, y'all. This week has been, sorry, there's a glare on my glasses because of the window. Maybe if I talk to y'all, maybe I should talk to y'all here. Is that better? I don't know. I can't really see. It's been like a recovery week. Ever since the concert last week, Beyonce, if y'all haven't seen that vlog, go back to watch it because your girl, ever since that concert, like I feel like it just kind of threw me off a little bit, even though I was preparing for it for the most part. I knew the weekend was coming, but like I drank a lot that Friday. I had an event at work. The Friday, the day before the concert, I had an event at work, so I was drinking a lot there. And then on Saturday, we went to that margarita thing, and I had a bunch of alcohol there. And then, well, not a bunch, but I had a couple of drinks there. And then when we went to the concert, I had more drinks. So I was drinking alcohol more than what I have been lately, and so I really feel like that has affected. Then on top of that, I didn't really sleep. I went to bed like super late on, I think it's still cold. This might still be cold. I don't know. I went to bed. That's good. My veggies turned out really, really good. Anyway, I went to bed like super late. That Saturday, well, Friday I went to bed late. Saturday, because of the concert, I went to bed late. And then Sunday I had to turn right back around and get up and go to work again after going to bed late. So like I could really tell that now that I've changed my lifestyle, and like it's been drastic changes, like super drastic changes, not just food and all that, it's literally everything. I've changed a lot of things in a very, very short period of time at that. Sorry y'all about the glare. Should I just take my glasses off, but then I can't see my food? Y'all know what I look like. I feel like because of that, it's like I really noticed the differences and the changes in my body when I do something different now. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's almost like I thought I could read my body before. I thought I was pretty good at just knowing my body and knowing the reactions and stuff. But now that I've changed a lot of things mentally, physically, with working out and all that, and what I'm eating and what I'm putting into my body, I noticed a big difference. So that weekend, with the lack of sleep, I didn't work out either that whole weekend. I didn't really eat that much, which is also a problem because I was just drinking. I was drinking and I didn't really eat a whole lot this past weekend. I can really feel the difference, and I can really tell. Even my face, I had a full-on episode like Sunday going into Monday. It's kind of starting to clear up now. It's Thursday. No, it's Thursday? It's Friday, y'all. Yesterday was Thursday. It's Friday. So like I had my whole face, like from Sunday going into Monday, it just completely, I had a flare up. I guess that's what you can call it. I just had a flare up. Like my face has just been it's been kind of coasting when it comes to my acne. But Sunday happened, I guess from all the activity and stuff over the weekend, maybe my hormones, I don't really know, but I had a whole full-blown flare up, and I had several over here. I had one big, huge one that's kind of going down right. It looked like a third eye, child. I was like, what is going on? So to me, that's what I can chop it up to, is that I just wasn't, I had a weekend, I was doing a bunch, I was drinking a lot, I wasn't working out, I didn't sleep, and it affected my body, and I can feel it. So I got caught up on my rest. I've been tired like from Monday to Thursday. And I filmed another video, which kind of took a lot as well. I filmed and edited. If y'all haven't seen that one, it's the how to make your home look expensive one. It's the one right before this video, so go back and watch that one. But I filmed and edited that video to get it up for you guys by Wednesday. And then yesterday and today I just filmed. And this weekend, I'm actually going to my parents' house tonight is Friday, so I'm going there tonight, and I'm going to stay the whole weekend because they're out of town this weekend. And so I'm just going to be staying with my grandmother. My brother has to work, so I'll be staying there the whole weekend, and I'm just going to like just rest. I cleaned up my apartment because I knew I wasn't going to be here, and then I plan on just editing this video that you guys are watching right now. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, other than that, I think that's it. This food came out really good. Of course, I got that sauce from Trader Joe's. But I love like Indian food and like spices and curries and stuff, so I knew I was gonna like it. I just didn't know how much of a tomato base, even though it says tomato base on the package, it's just kind of like, it's a lot of tomato base. But I would still get it again though. I would still get it again just to try it, but it's really good. Like with chicken and these veggies, it's really good. So we're about to go give Bailey a bath. Here she is looking all miserable. She has really bad skin allergies and just issues with her skin. She's had that ever since I've had her, ever since she's been a puppy. Since day one when I brought her home, her skin has just been jacked up. So it's always like a situation. These are the products that I'm going to be using on her. She has the oatmeal dog wash. This is just to kind of soothe her skin a little bit. But then she also has like this medicated stuff that we got from the vet, a skin guard. I'm running out, so I need to get some more of that. And then she has a Chi leave-in conditioner for dogs afterward I'm going to rub onto her. And then she also has the hyperallergenic conditioner with aloe and shea butter. I'll put this on first, and then I'll put the leave-in conditioner on after that. So she basically gets 2 washes. So this shampoo first, the medicated one first, and then this shampoo just to kind of like soothe her skin a little bit, and then the hypoallergenic conditioner, and then the leave-in conditioner. And then even after that, I put like I've been putting what's that stuff called? It's down here. I've been putting this organic coconut oil on her. So I bought this specifically for her and her skin, and I think it does pretty well. I just pretty much rub this all over her, and she seems pretty calm and soothed after I do it, so I think it's helping a lot. Anywho, so we're about to go do that. Fun. Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday. No, I can't never get the date right. I think it's August 19th. Yeah, today is August 19th. And I finally made it to my parents' house, which I got over here last night. This is what I look forward to. Like, if I ever spend the night, I love like getting up and going and sitting on the porch, either on the front porch or the back porch, because it's just so different. They live in the suburbs and I'm in the city, of course. So like, it's all I hear is nature and then somebody cutting their grass. Which, if it's loud in this video, or if it's loud in this part of the video, I'm sorry, guys, but it is what it is. I was like, I felt like I needed to talk to y'all because it was just so peaceful and calm out here. I've just been sitting here reflecting this morning. Everyone is still asleep, including Bailey. Well, Bailey's not asleep. She's just down. She's like super calm. I don't know. The vibe is just different from when we're at home. I feel like it's probably really loud. Is it really loud? I feel like he really ain't even got that much more grass to cut. He's been cutting his grass for like 2 hours, it seems like. Like, it's low. And he's just going back and forth in the same spot. Like, sir, it's good. Okay, I'm back because I had to wait for him to. It just seemed like it was really loud in the camera. So yeah, and I switched to water. I finished my coffee and switched to water. So yeah. Anywho, I'm just sitting outside. There's a lot of people out here working on their yards, which is great, and everybody's yards look amazing because it's Saturday, and that's what you do when you live in the suburbs, is you work in your yard. Anywho, so yeah, I was just sitting here thinking, y'all, like, so as I was reflecting, I was just actually sitting here thinking about like my singleness, and I was like hesitant on if I was even going to talk about this ever on the channel, because it's not, I feel like relationship stuff and men and women and all of that, like, it's just so, I usually don't talk about relationship stuff, and even now I'm just like, I'm gonna keep it very brief. But I just thought I'd answer the question because I've gotten this question a lot on Instagram. Y'all be in the DMs. And I get the question of if I'm single, how long I've been single, like what's the deal with the relationship, as far as being comfortable alone and comfortable by yourself and yada yada yada. Being alone as a woman, because naturally for me, it's very comfortable for me to be by myself. Like, it just is. It's always been that way for me. It's just my nature. I have a lot of family members that are like that as well. And so it's nothing for me. Even though I was in a very long relationship prior, like a few years ago, I still feel a certain amount of comfortability, is that the word? To be by myself. So it just comes very natural to me. But anyway, so I've been single for about 3 years now, and I feel like this time in my life, well, I feel like the first couple of years, has it been 3 years? Yeah. I feel like the first couple of years, it was just very chaotic as far as being alone. It was just chaotic. Like, it was a lot going on in the first couple of years. But now everything has just changed. Everything has changed for me. And my relationship prior, I was actually married, and I was married for 9 years, for a very, very long time. And, well, to me, it seems like a very long time. And so moving from that, because it's a whole mindset change, everything is just different, to be with somebody, for one person, for so long, and then now you're back to being alone again, which again, it was an adjustment, but it wasn't a huge adjustment, because again, I just have that nature to just be able to just sit and be in my own company for a very long time and be absolutely fine with it. So for me personally, that transition wasn't to being alone wasn't like super drastic, but it was at the same time, because you've been with one person for forever. But anyway, The other question is, if you are single, do you want to be in a relationship? And the answer to that is yes. Like, I am human. I would love to be in a relationship. But as of right now, I honestly feel like I am in a season of preparation, I guess you could say. That's probably like the best word for it is preparation, because y'all know I'm on this holistic journey, and everything, mind, body, soul, healing everything, mind, body, soul, and living that life of wholeness in a way that I've never lived it before. So how can I explain it? I thought that I was, are y'all crooked? I feel like we're leaning. Are we leaning? Y'all might be leaning a little bit. Sorry. I don't know. I feel like I had the best to offer someone else before. Like, I felt like I was my best self. I'm like, yeah, I want to be able to offer my best self to somebody. Yeah. And that was not my best self. I thought it was. I thought it was my best self, but it just was not. I realized that I actually had a lot of things to work on, a lot of things to weed out, a lot of things to bring in. Work in progress. We're all works in progress. Like, and it's going to forever be that, a work in progress, because nobody is perfect. But I feel like in this season, right now, preparation is the only real word that really comes to my mind, because I am making myself better from the inside out, and I want to be able to offer my best self to someone else. And it's not fair for me to ask of someone else what I can't give. And what I mean by that is not just like financial things, but also mentally, emotionally. Like, are you stable? Like, what's going on? And then of course the other things will come later on too. But if I'm not in a position where I want to be at in life, and I'm asking someone else to be in that position, like, how is that even right? How is that even right? And I'll just give an example. This is not a real life thing, but it's just an example. Y'all, he back up with the grass again. He back with the grass. But anyway, so an example would be, let's just say if we're talking about being emotionally stable, or not even necessarily emotionally stable. Well, is that the word? Emotionally stable? I guess. Like, if something makes you really upset and you just blow up and you just have this big, huge temper tantrum, and you just, you're constantly taking it out on your partner or whatever. And then I'm asking somebody to be, I need you to be mentally stable. I need you to be emotionally good, so that when we have arguments or whenever something happens, I need you not to do that. But then I'm doing that. So, and again, that's just an example. So basically, whatever it is, I want to make sure that my requirements for someone else, I want to make sure that I am providing that as well, because I just feel like that's only right. And in turn, as I'm working on the things that I need to work on, all of the things that I need to work on, physical, mental health, financially, whatever it is, everything that I'm working on, it's like I'm just preparing myself for the best person. I'm not looking at all, period. I'm not looking for anybody. I'm not forcing anything. This has been a whole year of, we are no longer forcing absolutely anything. If it don't fit, it don't fit. If it don't work, it don't work. If you don't want that, you don't like that, okay, bye. I'm just not in a space where I'm forcing anything right now. Or wanting or searching or looking for anything. What's going to come is going to come. I want something natural. I want something to flow. And I'm not in the mood to be looking or searching for anything. And during this time of preparation, it's literally just getting myself ready to be the best self to offer to someone else, so that when that natural occurrence happens and that person comes into my life, it's just going to feel right and natural. So that's honestly what I want. So as I'm in this season of singleness, embracing the singleness, and this is nothing that we haven't heard already. This is nothing that this is nothing new. everybody is always like, oh, embrace your singleness, and you know, this is the time to work on you, and this and that, and that, which is, it sounds cliche. It does sound cliche, but it's the truth. It really, really, really is the truth. When we go through a certain periods of time where we are single, this is the time to make yourself the best self and offer your best self to someone else. It's not fair if I'm entering into a relationship and I'm only half of me. I'm not all there. I got a lot of baggage. I got a lot of stuff that I got to work on. Like that, to me, that's just how I look at it. It's just not fair to the other person. I don't want nobody to do that to me. I want that person to have worked on everything that they need to work on. Not saying that they have to be perfect, because I'm not going to be perfect. Everybody is a work in progress. But I want you to be able to enter into a situation, for the most part, whole, cup full, and then I am going to make it run over. And it's the same thing for the person entering into my life. Like, I want to be full, and I am full. I want to be full, and then that person that comes into my life is just the added touch. They're the icing on the cake. They're the cherry on top of the ice cream. They're the water that everything, my cup is now overflowing, because now I have someone here that is just adding to my happiness and adding to my wholeness that I already have. I don't want to enter into anything. And that just goes for a relationship, friendship, whatever it is. I don't want to enter into anything only being a little bit, only half full, only down all the time, depressed, or got major things that I have to work on, or health issues, or like whatever it is. Like, I just want to be whole. I want to be whole. No, but also I think it's really important to know that you're never going to be 100%. I don't think, because nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. I'm always, that's a wasp. That's a wasp. Anyway, nobody is going to be perfect, and I'm not expecting anybody to be perfect to enter into my life. I already know that. So as long as we can both realize that neither one of us are perfect, and we're both going to have to work on things, especially when you come together with a person, then that's what it is. But for the most part, if you can come whole, because I'm going to come whole. And again, I'm not asking of anyone that I can't bring. So that's how I'm looking at this whole entire season of singleness. It's just pretty much preparation. And I know that when that person comes around, that right person comes around, if and when, then it's going to be the person for me, because of the preparation that I'm putting into myself right now to make myself my best self. So yeah, to answer your questions, yes, I'm single. Yes, I enjoy living alone. Yes, I enjoy my me time. Yes, I want to be in a relationship. Yes, I'm human. Yes, I'm not perfect. Yes, I got things I'm working on. Yes to all of that. Yes to all of that. And just know, and we ain't accepting just any old thing. That's the other thing. We just not accepting any old thing. And I think that comes with living. I do. I think that comes with living, and I think that comes with experiences, and I think that comes with just living in experiences, to be honest. Because sometimes when you're inexperienced, green, so to speak, you don't have a lot, you haven't just experienced a lot of things, you haven't gone through a whole lot of things, kind of just accept like things that you probably wouldn't always accept, maybe, or just accept just random stuff thinking that it's okay. And it's like, okay, you know, until you have lived it, until you've gone through it. I've gone through a lot, as anybody else has. I've gone through a lot, but I am also the type of person that learns from my mistakes very quickly. Very, very, very quickly. I am the type of person that I rarely make the same mistake twice. I ain't gonna lie to you. I rarely make the same mistake twice. It depends on what it actually is, but like major things, like oh my gosh, I look at that and I'm like, I truly regret that. I should have never made that. I learn, like, if it's a major thing, it's not going to happen again. It's not going to happen again. That's just the type of person I am. And so now, once you've gone through things and what you've experienced, and once you just keep living life, you realize the things that you're going to accept and the things that you're not going to accept. And sometimes it can come off like, dang, she don't like nobody, she don't want to be around nobody, she don't want to do this, she don't want to do that. It ain't that. I'm just not accepting any old thing. It's just what it is. She's picky, she's this. You can call it what you want. You call it what you want. I've even got like, oh girl, you think you all that? Like, you just thought you made that dude is cuter. Like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, and it does seem like, dang, everything they do is a problem, or you find an issue with everything they do. It can seem like that. But again, once you know your worth, and once you know what's best for you and what's good for you and the path that you've been on, and you don't want to make that same mistake again, you start turning down people, and it's just natural. If you see something, like for me, if I see something in somebody that I know in my past I was like, man, I made that mistake with that, and I see that in you, it's a no. Automatic red flag. It's a no for me. And it has nothing to do with the other person, though. That's the thing. It has absolutely nothing to do with the other person. It's me. It's me, because I look at you and I'm like, I've gone through that. I'm not doing that again, because remember, I'm a person that learns from their mistakes very quickly. I'm not doing that again. It's nice to meet you. Like, going about your business. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. And even though it gets hard sometimes, once again, I'm human. I get lonely. It gets hard. There's certain times of the day, or maybe a week or a month or whatever. It's not every day, but you have those times where it's just like, dang, I wish I had somebody. And it seems like everybody around you has somebody, and everybody is in a relationship and all of that. Those when those times come around, those get hard. I ain't even gonna front. Those get really, really hard. But at the same time, I look at the big, huge picture of what I want, and then I be like, are those people really even happy? I don't even know if they happy. And then next thing you know, they done broke up, or the relationship ain't lasted that long, or I done seen somebody out and they cheating, and it's just, and then I'm like, see? See, wait, be patient. Just be patient. Wait, be patient. So that's where I'm at now. Waiting, I'm patient, I'm picky, I'm not accepting anything. I understand my worth and my value now. I didn't have that a few years ago. I didn't have that when I was in my relationship even. I didn't have value. I didn't have worth. You just accept whatever, and hope that the happiness comes, which is not fair to yourself. Don't accept whatever and hope that there's going to be happiness down the line. If you're not happy, fix it. Fix it. Whatever fixing it looks like to you. I don't know. I won't ever tell nobody to break up with their partner or anything like that. I won't ever tell anybody, oh, get a divorce. I won't ever say anything like that. I'm just saying, fix it. Find something to fix it, because your happiness is important. Your happiness is very important. I didn't know those things back then. I didn't understand that back then, but I understand it now. Going into my next relationship, whenever that is, with whoever it is, it just makes you very self-aware of what you don't want to happen again, while also trying not to hold that person accountable too, because that person is not your last relationship. They're just not. That person is not the same person that you were with before. So you also have to keep that in mind too. You can't take things out on a person that has nothing to do with your past. You just can't. But at the same time, you got to look out for yourself and what you know that you've been through. So basically just looking out for yourself. So yeah, anyhow, that's just what I was sitting here thinking about, just reflecting on my singleness, the happiness that I have right now, the happiness that I've been experiencing, the preparation that I'm going through, and just knowing that the future is like, it's gonna be so good. Like, that's how I think now. I'm like, future, it's gonna be so good. Even like I went through a really depressing time too. Maybe about a year or so ago, like I went through some downtime. I was like, dang, like I'm really single. Like, what is going on? Like, what? But now it's just like, I look at it and I get so excited and hopeful for the future, because like I just know, because I know I'm gonna be my best self. I know I'm gonna be my best self because I'm working on me right now. I'm preparing right now. and I'm turning in to my best self. And even if I don't meet that person ever, this is what I also think about too. I'll say this one last thing because dude got to get he back to cutting the grass again. Even if I don't ever meet anybody again, I think about this. I didn't think about this before. This wasn't like something that I was really having like in the back of my mind, because it was just always so depressing when I was thinking about singleness before. I was just depressed, like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to meet anybody. I'm going to be single for the rest of my life, all of that good stuff. And I was like, I just wasn't thinking about this thought here. But now I think about, if I don't ever meet anybody.
Hey bro, how you doing? Hey y'all, y'all good? Alright.
If I don't ever meet anybody, I think, wow, I was able to get married at a very young age. I got married at 21. So I was able to get married. I was able to have a long-lasting marriage at a very young age, which not a lot of people experience that. So like, man, even though it ended, it's like I had the opportunity to do that. A lot of people have not had that opportunity, nor will they ever have the opportunity to even get married. Like, I've had the opportunity to do that. And then also during my marriage, we were always really good friends. So I can always say that I had the opportunity to be really good friends with my partner at that time. And then on top of that, after everything ended, I've had the opportunity to be and live for myself and be alone in this season. So even though I may not, my first option is to not be single. I want to be with somebody. However, the second thing that I think about is that even if I never meet anybody ever again, like even if I'm single for the rest of my life now, look at my experience. Look at what my experience has been. It's like I've had the best of both worlds at this point. Honestly, I've had the best of both worlds, because when I was in that relationship, it wasn't miserable. Like, I definitely wasn't miserable. Was I unhappy? Yeah, for the most part, you know. But it wasn't like a miserable thing where we were constantly at each other's throats and all of that. Like, it was a decent marriage for the most part. And I've had that experience to have a decent marriage for the most part. And then now I have the experience of being single and living my life. So even if I don't meet anybody, I think, wow, I'm still here, I'm still breathing, and I'm experiencing life on a whole different level. Because when you get married that young, my entire 20s, and yeah, all of my 20s were, yeah, honestly, my whole 20s were being married to somebody, when really, to be honest with you, in your 20s, this is just my personal opinion, but you should be out there experiencing life in your 20s. I got married at 21, met the person before that, like as a very young adult, a teenager, for the most part. I met them as a teenager, and then got married at 21 and spent all of my 20s as a wife, living life very, very different from how I live it now. Very different. So I was able to go through that experience. That was a great experience. And now the experience that I'm in right now is living this single life that I've never gotten to do before. I've never had the opportunity to do and live like how I'm living right now. So I'm taking full advantage by working on myself right now. I'm taking full advantage by preparing, full advantage by getting my health together, my mental space together, my emotional space together, taking full advantage of those things while nobody is around. I've never had the opportunity to do that before, ever, because I've always been with somebody. So that's just how I choose to look at it. If it doesn't happen for me, I've had the experience. It was nice while it lasted, and now this is a new life. I don't know where life is going to take me. I have no idea. I have no idea where I'm going to be in a year. I don't even know where I'm going to be tomorrow. Like, anything can happen. We taking this thing day by day, all of us. We taking this thing day by day. The future is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. Live your life. I am so big on living your life. Live. Do what makes you happy. Do what you want. Don't worry about what everybody else doing. And until the thing that you really want comes into your life, whatever that may be, job, partner, whatever it is, until that thing comes into your life, you keep rolling like how you've been rolling. You keep working on yourself and keep making yourself better so that when that thing comes, if and when it comes, you're the best person for it. Like you are, it's just you. It's just you and that thing, whatever that thing is. You and that new job that you got. You and that new city that you moved to. You know, you and that baby because you wanted to be a mom or a parent or whatever. You and that partner that you wanted to be with, whatever it is, you take the time when you don't have it to prepare for it. Take the time to prepare for it so that when it enters into your life, you're ready. You know, you're like so ready because you took the time, you mentally prepared yourself for that thing. And if it doesn't happen for you when you want it to happen, be patient. Continue to work on yourself. Because one more thing. When you do that and you continue to work on yourself, what are you losing if that thing never comes? If that said thing never comes, the job, the baby, the partner, whatever it is, if it never comes, what are you losing by continuing to work on yourself and making yourself better to offer to the world? What are you losing? You're not losing. It's a win-win situation. It's a totally different thing if you are waiting for that thing to come and you're not doing anything to prepare yourself for it. You're just in a slump, you're depressed, you're just in the house all the time, like you just, because I want this thing, whatever that said thing is so bad, I just want this thing and I just don't have it, so I'm just going to be depressed. Well, you're not winning now. But as you're waiting for that thing and you're preparing yourself, how can you lose? How can you lose? We winning. I'm winning. I don't know about y'all, but I'm winning. People always, I tell people that I've married and I was divorced, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, why? I'm like, why? It didn't work out. It didn't work out. I got a whole new life now, though. Like, y'all don't feel sorry for me. Do not feel sorry for me, child. It'd be different if I was in the house talking still 3 years later. It'd be real different. My life would be real different. But anyway, take advantage of the time that you have. Take advantage while you're patiently waiting for whatever it is that you want out of life. Take advantage of that and make yourself better. Make yourself better.